and welcome to the first episode of Bro Knows. Mainly about sports, but whatever it is, you send us what you want to hear about, we'll talk about it, and we'll have a really good take, because that's why we're doing this. Really good, fresh, authentic takes. Right?
Correct.
What do you think about us doing this podcast?
We're going to tell it the way it is. We're not going to tell it the way it's supposed to be told. We're not going to tell it the way everyone's heard it. Because I know when I flip on the TV, I'm hearing stuff regurgitated over and over.
From one show to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next.
I just can't find an original show. Yeah.
Right. And isn't there more than just the first round pick of the NFL or the NBA or anyone, right?
Exactly.
It's like 99% of the talk is always the number one guy, but it's like not 269 picks or something like that right now.
Well, who's that Mr. Irrelevant?
Brock Purdy. That's a good way to start. That's a good way to start. If you want to talk about thinking different, Brock Purdy was the last guy picked in 2022. Right? Guess what his signing bonus was?
$1 million?
$77,000. That's it. You got a starting quarterback. Think of how much money you can put toward everyone else, right? And that would be.
So what did the first round guy, or who was the first round guy?
First round guy. The first round guy was Trayvon Walker. With signing bonus and first contract over $50 million.
Hold it.
And I looked him up. I will admit, I looked him up before we started this. I did. I had to look him up. I knew you were going to ask me that.
Yeah.
And I looked him up, and I said, AI, how's he playing?
AI?
Allen
Iverson.
Dude, I wish we had out. That would be, people would like this a lot more if we had Iverson.
Yeah.
So it was said he hasn't quite lived up to his potential, which again, third round guy, that doesn't hurt you.
So how many guys could you get for $50 million?
For second and third round.
Yeah.
Well, again, thinking Brock Purdy is 70. I mean, his contract was more than that,
last.
Obviously. He was the last, so he gets the least amount of money.
So if we get the middle of that.
Again, so that's right. So that's basically what we're saying is, we're getting around to, you probably figured it out, is get rid of the first round pick, right? And then
sell it. Yeah, get rid
then
of
you get like a lower first round, then you get a second round, a bunch of second rounds, and a third round, right? You got a bunch of those picks.
And they are guaranteed. Right? I mean, think of how hard it is to just make it to college.
Right.
Now think how hard it is to even be considered for the draft.
To get the percentage is probably like 2%.
You're saying that this guy is not worth 10 guys? One guy's worth 10 guys?
Right. Well, again, I mean, look at the Hall of Famer coach, Jimmy Johnson. I still think I saw that, I was like, finally, somebody did it. And then nobody else did it, which was Herschel Walker for his entire team, the Cowboy team. And it was like 5 Hall of Famers. It could be 4, but it was like 5 Hall of Famers you drafted. And I saw that.
Why did no one's done it since then?
No, the NFL's a copycat league. Yet nobody else is doing this. Literally I would walk up, whatever, the coach, the GM, the owner, we have the number 1 pick this year.
So obvious.
Right?
Like, how is it not obvious?
Yeah, because you're risking, again, I know what we're talking about, what you and I want to talk about is more than just about money. Money is easy. It's an easy metric to just kind of hit you with.
Everything on.
But it also, if you're giving $50 million to a guy who ain't even starting, or he's not that good, or he can't do third down, rush, or whatever the hell, you could have 3 more guys. You could have a left tackle watching your quarterback.
Think about it.
A cornerback to stop the best wide receiver.
Now, the way I look at it is a lot of the first round picks have had their asses kissed through high school. Everyone pawed over them. You get a guy like Purdy. Where did he go to school?
Don't remember.
Wherever he went to school.
Shoot, I had it. I don't know.
He probably had 4 good linemen. Right. So now he's got to figure out how I'm going to be a good quarterback, where prima donna dude is like, I got 20 minutes back here. Then he gets in the NFL.
Right.
Whole different world. That's the way I see it.
That's a good point. I mean, again, what is it? The necessity is the invention, the mother of invention.
Something like that.
Right? Yes. Something like that. Shout out to Frank Zappa. But anyway.
Well, if you think of it, Like,
right.
to just get to the NFL.
The guy's a
can't
fighter.
Go wrong.
That's
you get
what you
10.
want.
If you get 10 of them,
right, 10 people.
There's got to be at least one, right?
Right, that's going to hit.
Put everything on one dude.
You're not risking $50 million on each 10 guys. You're risking $5 million on 10 guys.
Correct.
For $50
Where
million.
you're putting everything on one guy.
If a 10 hit, you're still a genius.
That's it.
You're Hall of Fame, pretty
why
much.
Is no one listening to that? Like, why doesn't that make sense?
I don't know.
Or where's the hole in that?
In the thinking.
Where?
The only thing I can think is, and it's minor to me, is some owners, billionaire owners and all that, is they like the flash, right? They like walking in there and owning a number one pick, maybe. Like, I own, but again, it's like,
so
I would, the first thought, the name that came on ahead to walk in and brag to the other billionaires would be Tom Brady. I have Tom Brady, and you don't. But Tom Brady was not drafted in the first round. He was sixth round, which takes us to
Johnny Unitas, I believe, was 6th round.
Yes.
Joe Montana,
round. 3rd round.
No.
Pretty sure.
Was he?
All right, we'll look it up and then we'll put it on the screen. That's what we're going to do. I ain't going to stop and look it up. But I think I say 3rd round, you say 6th round.
Johnny U, Joe Montana. Maybe it was Steve Young.
That's even Marino. I know he didn't win a Super Bowl, but he dropped to I think
he never had a running back,
26th.
man.
26 taken. And there's that whole 30 for 30, which I love, by the way, that show 30 for 30.
I do enjoy
where it's like they show all the other quarterbacks, the other 5 in front of them. It's like 4 were now driving trucks or something like that. We know it's not a perfect science, but if it's not a perfect science...
No.
Right. So I think we beat this to death. Do we have anything else we want to say about this now? No. And if you have something to say, write it up. I'm moving on to the next topic. That's what we're doing.
Cool.
First, we're still figuring shit out here. Don't say shit. All right, so our second topic is gonna be a nostalgia feel, flashback Thursday, whatever the hell you want to say. Some hashtag we'll put out there somewhere. Is baseball cards. Pull out the baseball card, the Bible of baseball cards. We're gonna pull one out, and then we're gonna experiment and see just randomly. It hasn't been set up, and then we're gonna talk about whoever the hell we pull out. Yeah, I don't know who it's gonna be.
Now, if any of you out there are like me and my brother, we were pretty much addicted to collecting cards growing up.
We were. We go to flea markets.
Oh, God, that was
And then we have to take turns on who would get, like, the Hank Aaron or the Mickey Mantle. Roger Maris, I remember, getting that card. All right. We have to make this. Here, pick one.
We have Randy Johnson.
Where is it?
Randy Johnson for the Mariners.
All right.
Right there.
All right. Randy Johnson. All right. Randy Johnson from the Magic Book today.
First thing that comes to mind, he killed a bird.
That's what I thought too. All the great pitching, Hall of Fame, World Series, strikeouts, and we think of the bird. I can still see that.
I can too.
Right? What else about him? I don't know.
I'm saying though, I remember him in the All-Star game when Kruk was up. And remember? You don't remember that?
I remember Kruk. He hit. Right? I always was a little bummed. I know Kruk was having fun.
Yeah, he was.
And he was a fun guy. Fun guy. Very much. I like him a lot. He's even a good announcer now.
He's very good.
Right. Very fun. Kind of Madden. He reminds me a little Madden. If you're going to get no offense to Madden, he was the best genius of all time.
You can't beat Madden.
Boom. Right. But anyway, tell us.
What were you saying?
Randy Johnson, relive.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them might not know from my half-assed talking what I meant by that.
I don't know where you were at.
Johnson was throwing in the All-Star game. Kruk comes up. Johnson throws about 100.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's crying.
Johnson throws about 120-mile-an-hour fastball.
And Kruk's like, all right. I guess Kruk swung the first time. Wasn't even close.
Right.
Then Johnson's just warming up,
right.
And Kruk steps 2 steps back and just goes like that.
Right.
And they're laughing.
He wanted no part of it.
Right.
But it was fun. Again, it's the All-Star game.
Correct, yeah.
But, I know. You brought it up earlier. We were texting back and forth. We are brothers, by the way. And it was about having fun. Like, you can't have, like, if he did that today, would it just be like 25 people and 25 just hours of just... Kruk doesn't take this. No wonder the All-Star game. That's what I think they would do.
Well, the All-Star game itself was serious stuff, man. There was a guy.
You know what? People under what, 40
have no clue.
No clue. The All-Star game was a fun game to watch.
There was a guy named PeteRose for the youngsters.
Right.
The catcher was for the A's.
Fosse? I'm going to guess Fosse.
So this is an all-star game.
Oh.
Not worth wins, losses, doesn't go down for
You
stats.
didn't even get the World Series home or anything. Nothing.
There's a guy rounding third, PeteRose, barreling home. The ball's thrown home. Ray Fosse has it.
Go.
So basically, well, today with the new rules... Fosse would have caught it. Pete would have went like this, and they said, "You're out."
Tag, you're out.
Exactly.
What happened?
You couldn't even guess. Rose comes, puts the left shoulder down, and just barrels. So now we shouldn't laugh.
I know, because it actually ruined his Fosse's career.
Sorry about
Didn't
that.
ruin it.
No, it ruined it.
You know, and you know what? This is the way it used to be. This is what I said at the
Yeah.
time, and everyone said at the time. If you don't want to get hurt, don't block the plate.
Yeah.
He'll score. He'll step on it nice. He'll go, thank you very much.
He did not cry, at least the way I
don't
remember
block the plate.
Yeah.
That was it.
Right.
That is your choice.
So now what do they do? What's the new rule?
Tag, you're it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it. We got one more. We got one more segment we're going to try whether this actually makes it. I call it quick hits because I don't have much of an imagination.
I have a quick hit for you.
All right, go ahead.
Can you name the Big Red Machine starting lineup?
No, not the whole.
Yeah, you can.
Tony Perez.
Yeah.
Right? Concepcion. Dave Concepcion.
Yeah, you were going with
PeteRose.
3.
Johnny Bench.
Catcher.
Foster.
Left field.
He was an outfielder.
Left field.
I know that. Joe Morgan.
Second
Bam!
base. Second
Joe
base.
Morgan. Right?
Come on.
The chicken. Boom, boom,
Chicken
boom.
wing.
Right.
Chicken wing. Center field. Come on,
I can't see the two.
His son's better than he is.
Don't know.
Come on.
I don't know. You got to tell me.
Ken Griffey.
What?
Ken Griffey.
He was with the Reds at the time?
Yes, his dad.
I guess it's so long.
Yes.
Ken Griffey.
Yes.
Of course.
And
wow. One more guy. Oh, Cesar Geronimo. Now ask me what I had for dinner last night. No clue.
No idea.
All right, last one for this. We'll do it every time. Is the Browns. This is the one. Cleveland Browns. Better or worse than last year?
Way worse than
You think?
they are just
Yeah.
ruined.
If we had a coin, I'd go. I don't know.
Well, this goes back to our conversation about the draft.
Dude. Wait.
How
The
much
Browns.
did they screw?
How many guys have they picked in the number one that go nowhere? Like they're sandbags. They hire sandbags.
Yeah.
I call a sandbag as someone you don't even want to buy them lunch because it's the $15 is too much for them. They had Courtney Brown.
I have friends that are Browns fans.
Right?
And I feel so.
Tim
bad for
Couch.
them, yeah.
There was Johnny Manziel. I'm not sure if he was number one.
He was. Yeah, he had.
Dude.
He was, wow.
Right? I mean, that's if you look at them. I mean, it's like every 3 years they get the number one, and then they pick I'm screaming. Don't ever do that.
Well, that's the example.
That's what they do.
Yep.
All right. Well, those are our quick kicks. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And we're going to leave you with the nostalgic movie pick of the week, which is, what are you going to give them?
Blues Brothers, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Soul Man.
When was the last time you saw that movie? Do yourself a favor. We're watching it now while we're doing this, so we're a bit distracted. It's really fun.
If you haven't watched it in a while, Animal House was on beforehand. So
that was our warm up.
Yeah.
All right, you good?
Very good.
Let's go.
All right, brother. Later. Smell you later.
You good?
I'm good.